Cherogit, KTN Nairobi.
Now, as Nairobi and other parts of the country came to a standstill today, President William Ruto opted to instead continue with his attacks against the Standard Group. His comments on his X platform, however, infuriated many Kenyans, most of whom condemned his outbursts, terming it unpresidential and uncalled for. Take a look.
Barely 24 hours after the Standard Group responded to President William Ruto's unwarranted attacks directed at the media house on Wednesday morning, President William Ruto continued with his sharp attacks, which have been described as undignified for the office of the president. President William Ruto, through his X platform, today said, "Bro, the billionaire you are, hiding behind debts and forcing many months unpaid labor, slaving to defend your standard headlines of bold extortion and gangsterism, driven by greed, is heartless to loyal workers, an insult to journalism, and a betrayal to the free media that Standard once belonged."
His reaction to me was very unpresidential, and there's a stature that once someone gets into public office, there are things that I think you need to throw down upon. We saw President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was being abused on Twitter. He said, "Mimi nimetoa hiyo kitu, mimi sitaki nikuwe na kelele mingi." So those are things that you need to follow. We learn, we grow. There's no one who has monopoly of knowledge. So to me, the reaction of the president, that was unmetered. It was way above his person.
Safina party leader Jimmy Wanjege also weighed in on the attacks, saying, and I quote, "The attacks by Ruto on Standard Group for speaking the truth to power are retrogressive, taking us back to the dark days for which we fiercely fought. Media freedom is a right to be exercised, not to be begged for." President Ruto, media freedom in Kenya is enshrined in Article 34 of the Constitution and explicitly guarantees the freedom and independence of all electronic, print and digital media. PLP party leader Martha Karua, while responding to the Standard's statement to the Commander-in-Chief, was quick to call President William Ruto to order, saying, "William Ruto, just fix the country and the headlines will fix themselves." K24 TV and the MediaMax Network Limited in a statement said, and I quote, "Dear President William Ruto, at a time when Kenya is marking 2 years since the deaths of young Gen Z protesters, your public attack on Standard Media Group is deeply worrying. The media is not your enemy. A free press is not a favor from State House. It is a right protected by the Constitution. Its work is to ask questions, report facts, expose failure and hold power to account." Kenyans online, while responding to the president's tweet today, did not shy away from hitting at the head of state. Lynn Gege called on the president to exercise restraint as the wrath of Kenyans awaits him on the ballot next year. E.K. Mokaya noted that Kenyans had no time for his tantrums as they were paying homage to victims of state brutality. Lawyer Willie Sotieno noted that President William Ruto was trying so hard to be like US President Donald Trump, while Dan Cheptar tweeted saying debt can be repaid, but death cannot, in reference to victims of police brutality. The president's remarks today come approximately 24 hours after his attack on the Standard Group. This follows calls for accountability from Ruto's administration from KTN and the Standard newspaper, the latest being unfulfilled promises made by President William Ruto, dubbed Ruto's